Hi everyone, my name is Grace WAMBAYI. Welcome to my channel, Sold with Grace. I am a licensed real estate agent in Toronto and I'm a senior portfolio manager with Square Yards Real Estate. And today I'm sitting here with none other than Steve Cicekian, Vice President in Sales and Marketing with Emblem Development.
It's a pleasure to be here, Grace. Thank you for having me on your show. So Emblem has been in the development game for approximately 4 years now. In that short period of time between projects we've launched, projects under construction, projects in the development stage, we've accumulated a portfolio of $3.3 billion, which equates to 4,300 units. So, we have units that are under construction already, for which, you partake that with Square Yards, such as projects like One Jarvis, Arte, Art Flown. So these are, projects that are well into the ground, which is great to see. And then we had, the project that we're going to talk about today, the Design District.
Emblem has launched the biggest project in 2022, the Design District. We've seen a lot of success in our firm. We're pretty biased a little bit, but because it speaks for itself. But why do you think Design District has become such a success so far since the launch?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of products that come to the market, but I don't think there's one as special as this building. Here we are in downtown Hamilton, and what we've brought here is literally a world-class building. This is the kind of building that if you go to Soho in Miami or even New York, so this is kind of the building that we've brought to Hamilton. And it's truly going to be the landmark building of Hamilton for many years to come. Boasting 31 stories, which actually puts it top 5 tallest buildings in Hamilton, over 20,000 square feet of retail.
That's great.
We've brought in a world award-winning and world-renowned interior designer, Bertie Felick, and they've done spaces such as Hol Renfrew, W Hotel, just to name a few. And on top of that, we've also brought in a brand that everyone's very familiar with, and that's Louis Vuitton. So that brand is going to be coming into our lobbies, where we're going to have the furnishings in the lobbies done by Louis Vuitton. So really it's going to add that world-class feeling and give it that big wow factor.
Fantastic. What I also wanted to add as well, the fact that Emblem is the first one to drop this iconic luxury building in Hamilton. What do you think that will mean to the residents there right now? Because if you drive in Hamilton right now, you wouldn't see anything like that. We see stuff like this maybe in Yorkville, maybe on University Avenue. If you go off and then you'll see Ritz-Carlton, but we haven't seen anything like this in Hamilton. What do you think that will do?
Yeah, I'm gonna be biased here. I'm gonna say you probably won't even see a building like this in Toronto either. Really, it's gonna be truly one of a kind. And I think it's going to add a lot of value. Again, as an investor or even as a renter, if you're to walk into this building and you automatically feel that world-class, design and the feeling and whatever it is, you're going to be sold.
Right.
So I think it's going to be very, very special for years to come. Again, I'm going to say it again, it is going to be the landmark building of Hamilton for many, many years.
I have to agree. Part of the reason some of my clients actually signed with no hesitation is simply because everybody's still looking for that luxury feel, but still entering that affordable price point and still feel like you're not investing in a rundown neighborhood. And there's so much more that's also coming to Hamilton, but for investor clients out there, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, one of the biggest factors is the fact that the government is investing $140 million in the entire waterfront revitalization. Haven't heard of anything like that. Another thing too, they're investing another $540 million in the entertainment hub, creating the first, what is that center that they're?
First Ontario Place.
First Ontario Place, which I think is huge and important because people don't know why these developers like Emblem are moving there and some of the other infrastructures coming in. What more is coming?
There's also the LRT coming, which is, so that's going to be over $3 billion being invested. That's on 3 levels of government. So it's provincial, it's municipal, and it's also federal. So just so you understand, so it's going to be a 14-kilometer stretch for the LRT. The closest stop to the Design District is going to be James Street, which literally is about a 3 to 4 minute walk. And just to give you an idea, from there you can basically commute to McMaster University, which I think is not what I think, it's actually top 4 largest universities in Canada.
That's a fact.
It is, and it's going to be literally a 10 minutes commute away. So that's a key future.
And I think that's a good point that you brought up, because we know that 236,000 residents are actually coming into Hamilton in the next 5 to 10 years. So that number is huge. Some of the reasons a lot of our investor clients actually are confident in some of the products that we put forth is people want to see population coming in. People want to see infrastructure coming in. We know that some of the points and factors that have driven prices in Toronto are infrastructure, TTC, education, employment. And if you see some of the more expensive areas in the core GTA, and why they're expensive is because of these three factors that are coming into Hamilton. And I believe Emblem has seen this, as always.
Absolutely, yeah. This is actually our second building in Hamilton. So yeah, we're all in with Hamilton.
Right, and could you discuss a little bit about One Jarvis? Because that was a hit, that was a success. I believe it's sold in a record number of days that no one has ever heard of.
In 2 days.
In 2 days, guys.
Over 300 units in 2 days, literally 48 hours, the building was completely sold out.
And that's by Emblem as well. And where is that located again?
It's literally a 4-minute drive away from this building here.
Which is great. And the design district is going to be right at John and Wilson.
Correct.
So it's not going to be too far from there as well. And I like the fact that you brought up the university. And why is that important is simply because anyone that's coming in, and part of our buyer confidence is who's going to be renting there, right? So we know that you have Mohawk College, I believe, is there as well, and together with McMaster, and to be just steps to the LRT for conveniency in terms of finding tenants is not going to be an issue, but also young professionals that are coming in, right? What, in terms of employment, can you talk a little bit about what's coming there? Why is Hamilton like?
So a lot of people don't know this, but Hamilton has always been known as a blue-collar town, you know, the steel town of Canada.
That's right.
But in fact, there's a lot of new talent coming through the pipeline, and the infrastructure of the whole workforce is changing. There's a huge charge in the tech talent, and that's definitely leading the way. So I think in the coming years, you're really going to see Hamilton on the map of one of the major tech cities of Canada.
And I like that. It's actually dubbed top 5.
It is. It's actually top 4, and it's higher than any city in the US, just so you know.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. McMaster University, can you elaborate a little bit on that again?
Yeah, so McMaster University has over 30,000 students. It's ranked top 4 in Canada.
Okay.
And would you believe it only has 4,000 residents on campus? Meaning, if you do the math, there's a huge shortage in housing just on that campus alone. And you also mentioned Mohawk College. I don't know if you know this, but there's over 30,000 students in Mohawk College as well. So just those 2 schools alone, you're talking over 60,000 students who most likely need housing.
Yeah. And that's true because there's a shortage of supply right now. If you're even looking for units, students that are looking for units to rent right now, it's almost impossible. Majority of the students actually are renting out basements and sharing, and a lot of people are into that sharing momentum. So we're excited to see what more Hamilton will bring. Now, speaking of Emblem, again, one of the biggest reasons to partner with you guys are an award-winning builder. What are some of the awards that you guys have won?
It's interesting you say that. So, you know, in the past 3 years, year after year, we've actually won Build Awards. Such awards include Best Floor Plan, Best Design, Best Sales Office as well. So year after year, we've been, you know, on a good trend here, and we hope to continue that as well.
Right, no pressure at all there, right? So the eyes is on you guys. I think, to be honest, it speaks for itself. You know, the design district, like he mentioned, there's 3 towers. We launched our 2nd tower. Units are moving really, really well as well. Now, what more is in store for Emblem Design?
So as I mentioned earlier on, we have a lot coming through the pipeline. We have an amazing site coming downtown Toronto. We also have a massive site that we've acquired in Mississauga as well, right by Square One. So we have a lot coming through the pipeline and a lot that we're building. So the upcoming years seem very, very busy for us. Okay,
amazing. I hope you guys found this informative as I did, and as I hope you see why Square Yard specifically will be forever an Emblem side, because not only do they provide projects that add value, but they're also supportive in, you know, helping us find the right statistics to give that buyer confidence as well. Steve, I can't thank you enough, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you, Grace. And for first access, please contact Grace.
That's right.